Welcome to the old horseshoe on the banks of the Owens-Handy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. But this isn't any regular matchup. It's a battle of top tens, a couple of forces meeting head-to-head where one team will try to make a resonating statement. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. First down here for the offense. From the gun. Give on the inside. Finds Zach Reese, and he's got 4 after the 29.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Manning. It's complete on the right side. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up. Wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Longhorns are rolling down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Bond. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up the first down like they did right there.
Grab near the marker. It's Golden. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into the line.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw. It's Manning. They're bringing heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's close to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's by. Touchdown, Longhorns! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. The opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Line gets set, first down.
3:25.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's caught. It's Smith. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Here's the handoff. Shakes off the tackle. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
On the set. Okay, ready?
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
691, Gators score. Yankee blue. Yankee blue. Acorn.
Might as well give it to him again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Belly stunner. Ready, go.
Trying play action. Quarterback extends the play. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive.
And blue.
Back to throw, it's Howard. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. Looking to scramble. Throws to the wideout. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback will audible. On second down, he'll let it fly. Quickly complete. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Longhorns line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they get to him just in time and ride him out of bounds at the 1.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next one.
Movement here from the tight end. Got it back on second and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Fires and picked off. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
The offense starts with a short field. To the air on first down. Quickly complete.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Using his legs, it's Baxter. And the Longhorns get enough for the first down.
Well, they picked up that first running the football. That's good news for an offensive line that really has been getting pushed around and bullied in this game so far. Let's see what happens moving forward.
That's caught. It's golden. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
Man, that's a really good job on the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you've got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing ball. Got it stopped. Now forcing the fourth down.
It's good. And they'll push that lead down a little further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He'll try to do it himself. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Dropping back, it's Howard. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs, because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Here comes the jet sweep. Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was legal. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
They'll throw it on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Second down coming up. They'll run it from the gun. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate. The ball got swatted away.
I understand the desire to keep the ball, but going for it inside the old 40? On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan to get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time, and the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Now this offense is back on the field. They'll throw it on first down. He's taking the shot. In the heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that Dixie. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make a play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Now after the short completion, it's second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On second down, looking to throw. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looking for a man. It's Howard. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Looking to pass on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Baxter. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Going to the ground. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a third and long. To the air, it's Manning. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in a hurry-up. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on second and long. Looking downfield, it's Howard. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, did he set his offense up at the 30.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting a big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Here comes the Texas offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down now.
They'll go to the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for room. It's Baxter. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on that, and they were able to crease that defense.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And the Longhorns are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They're going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Ringo!
Trying to pound their way in. He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. All business today for this ball. Between these iconic hedges, the field for some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. This isn't your run-of-the-mill matchup. You get a couple of powerhouses, both ranked in the top 10, and statements can be made in this one. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop. First down here for the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Longhorns want to move quickly. To the air, it's Manning. And the pass is picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills when he gives his offense the ball up at 29.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they can impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. Restore possession, that is huge for their confidence.
On the run, it's Etienne. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He leaves it with his back. Then he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line, assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Takes the grab. It's stumped. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Gets it out fast. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. His passing game getting in the rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Feeling some heat. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's caught. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Forced out of the pocket. He's got it. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Caught over the middle. It's better. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
That's caught. It's Smith.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the 1st down.
Caught. Close to the marker. It's Smith. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Dogs pick up the 1st down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic, throwing the football down the field.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They want to just keep throwing it. Shoots it to the left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Okay,
The Dogs will come to the line to convert on 4th down.
Jackrabbit.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes the grab and he's got the 1st. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move to change on 4th down.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Looking for the end zone on 2nd and goal. Just hammering with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Looking for the 2-point try. Pushes toward the goal line. This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion but was denied. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put... Looking for a huge play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there?
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone.
Going deep. He got it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. A 1st down run in the red zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he muffs it. It's loose. They got him in the end zone for a safety. Just an inexplicable lapse of judgment to go back into his own end zone. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points there, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance.
Lets it fly deep downfield. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Wide field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20.
Let's go. Longer.
They'll start this drive with a pass. And as he throws, hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On the ready.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20.
Cricket.
Looking to throw, it's back. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Can't get him to the ground. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a grab enough for the first. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain. They're moving quickly after that big 4th down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. Keeps looking downfield. He'll let one go down the right side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Right down the middle. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
On 3rd down, going up top. He's going to run it.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Back to pass, it's Manning. Quick completion on the out route. They get him down after he makes the catch. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Fires toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds and can look to play another day here on this drive.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And they didn't get him lined up in the middle, so he'll have to knock it through from 54 yards out on the left side. Right down the boulevard, it's good. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and then they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Coming after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. To the ground. He's got it again. Trucks through the defender. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run.
Takes the handoff. It's Baxter. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They move the tight end all over. The give to the left side. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot. It takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. Dropping back, it's Beck. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
I feel like the defense is just living rent-free inside the quarterback's head right now. Of course, they got the pick last drive, and they almost got a pick right now. Right now, they are fooling this quarterback with pre-snap and post-snap looks. This quarterback doesn't know where to throw the ball.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Fires left. Finds him out of the backfield. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Time winding down, and the quarters, they come to the line. Lost the throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Belt. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Ready. Unlock. Ready up.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break.
Pound 55.
They keep attacking through the air. Getting some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Georgia going up tempo.
Cut. Tuna. Ready.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Looking for the score. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dogs! Getting aggressive here and going from 2.
Squirrel.
Dropping back, it's back. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that front.
We've reached Just a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll put the tight end in motion. Give to the running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you've got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we've got to keep that clock moving.
Leaves it with the running back. Still running at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
I've been really impressed watching this guy carry the football. It's been a serious workload. They've been force-feeding him the rock throughout the course of the game. And what's most impressive, he's getting better as the game goes on. That was his longest run of the game.
Movement here from the tight end. Looking for space. It's Baxter. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Open space for the 25. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. The last thing you want to do here is give up a big return, pin them back, and then the defense can just stop them from scoring a touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
Pulls it in, it's Etienne. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
On the run, it's Blue. That's the 20. He's got space. he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air, it's Manning. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They go to the ground. And after the short run, the clock gets zeroed, and we are all wrapped up here. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time. Between these hallowed hedges, Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. They've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. Coaches like to say no game is more important than any other. When you have a couple of top 10 teams ready to square off, yeah, that one carries a little more weight. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Will boot it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Down for this offense. The give on the inside. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
I get it. It wasn't going to be a positive play. You weren't going to get a lot of yards, but I'd love to see you stick it up in there and hit somebody and finish the play with some physicality and at least pick up 1 or 2.
As long as you don't lose the football. It's already a bad play, just don't make things worse.
Coach Rick used to say, don't turn a bad play into a catastrophe.
Looking to throw on second down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pulls it in, it's Smith. Pulled down for the tackle.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it first and 10 at the 31.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Wants to throw on third. Catch in the middle. It's Frazier. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Buys a little extra time. Grab near the marker. It's Evans. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Catch in the middle. It's Urasek. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's first and 10. Motion from the offense. They'll throw it from the red zone. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Snagged in the middle. It's Evans. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the offense on first down. Through the air, it's Manning. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking for an open man on second down. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
And that's so frustrating because you want to make offenses earn it. And you don't want to give up big plays and bust coverages and let people run wide open, especially good players. Like, you know this guy's a good player, and you let him run wide open down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Longhorns will hustle for the line. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 3rd down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. On 4th down, going to the air. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill. He uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Scanning the field, it's Manning. They're trying to get to it. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage on the back end. No one for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up the big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He'll pull it down and run. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Now they're going to throw it. Caught near the sideline, it's Golden. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And just understanding where you're at on the field, make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I get credit for that catch. Nice job, nice pitch, nice catch.
Completion a little short of the sticks, it's 2nd down. Trying the left side. State continues to fight for yards. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And the Longhorns have pushed it inside the 20. They're going to ride this running back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And he tacks on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They get to him as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck. How about this, a fake? They're bringing heat. Blasted as he lets it go. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
And you could draw these up on paper all you want, but executing them is such a different level. It's different guys doing different things that you've asked them to do. And right there, misfire on the pass, and this defense now sets their offense up with good field position.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Just plowing down the field. He sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to move it through the air. Hit as he throws. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
I love it. I'm never of the mindset, take a knee, go to the half, whatever, man. If I can try to find an opportunity to put some points on the board, I'm going to try to do it. I like the offense chucked it up, but, you know, an incompletion, who cares?
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Trying to beat the D deep. Fires into traffic, picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even though we're winning and we failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
To throw, it's Manning. Trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Good completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after coming out with positive yardage there.
A really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet, trying to stay in bounds, but they did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And sure, tackle there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Longhorns head quickly to the line. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They're going to test the right side with this one. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
The Longhorns are flying down the field. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. That's why now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had. And the defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure, lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with.
He uncorks one deep. He's got it down the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Georgia going up tempo.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Tipped ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
6-9-1, Gators far.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's looking deep. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40. The 20. And with the Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one. Both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. Offense set on first down. The inside handoff. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Fires a ball. Now it's picked up. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And this defense wanted to get off the field on the opening drive. Keep the offense from establishing momentum. They did better than that. They took the ball away.
Yeah, you got to set the tone, right, on defense.
And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special team, everybody feeds off their great energy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw this one.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Throws it in.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
Caught in the backfield. It's Haynes.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Running back goes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Flips it out to the back. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
I really like this call to go for it on 4th down in this area of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by defense.
I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short. When it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down. And now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. The sure hands, it's Bond. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a 1st down like they did now.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work.
Black 24. Black 24. 42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want to get the first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Going up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Golden. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the tailback. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but maybe.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass, it's Milroe.
You know, as an offense, you've got to do a better job pass protecting. You've got to start thinking about max protection at this point of the game. Because if you don't get hats on hats, your quarterback goes down his own 2-yard line. You're lucky you can give up the safety.
And this crowd is up for grabs, and not much excites them like back-to-back sacks. Third and long. Fires to the wideout. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage.
They put you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover, and you've already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
They move the tight end all over. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the ground with the back. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the red zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, and they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Bringing it back. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
Back-to-back possessions got to get me one, too.
Gators spark.
They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
Travel.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see.
Gorilla. Gorilla.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
There's a couple of ways to deal with quarterbacks that can run like that so well. QB contain. Keep those ends outside and wide. Keep them in the pocket. And put a spy on it. Put a guy in the middle of the field who's really fast that has the ability to go get that guy when he takes off in situations like this.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. Get your college fantasy football team going. This guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut this down here. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help their quarterback.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Slips through the line. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Texas offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw. It's Manning. He's right on target. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. The give to the back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Off near the sticks. It's golden. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Leaves it with the back. At the 40, there he goes. Can anyone catch him? And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Using his legs, it's Blue. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the stomping has commenced. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, move on to the next game. Start working on it.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal.
Razor, razor. Jackrabbit.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They just handed the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir. No, boss. Get it together.
Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Texas! And the beatdown has ensued. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions and making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the gun, the inside give. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Grabs it in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Alabama pushing the tempo. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going for it all. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Tide with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. He's looking to throw.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They've got it. First and 10 at the 42. He wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. Finds a crease at the 20. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Looking to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Feeling some heat. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they tried to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah.
He lets one fly deep. And the ball is picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Taking it the other way. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Longhorns!
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyway. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Wants to throw. It's Manning. He makes the grab in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. I don't think they would have killed him to kick it there.
How about that for a momentum swing? Defense gets the pick 6. Offense comes right back on the field, and they get the 2-point conversion.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Williams. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He finds his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
That's reeled in. It's Williams. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the tag. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown. Lining up to add another. Smashes it through for the PAT. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is unique.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Manning. Pressure coming. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win